Me and bro trying to leave the Diddy party, but the diddler wants to play more games. Bro, Diddy really be having the freak off Olympics. 1,000 bottles of freaking baby oil like it's about to be locked down on doomsday quarantine vibes, man. But on a more serious note, we're literally watching the downfall of Hollywood. You're gonna start to see multiple people try to cover up their tracks. This is exactly why Jay-Z and Beyonce started distancing themselves from Diddy in the past year or so. And now we have this CEO of Warner Music that just so happened to resign and quit on September 17th. Why is he doing that? Because he has great affiliation with what Diddy was doing. And he actually used to back him up. He used to argue for Diddy and say, no, he is innocent for all these things. So it was most likely smartest decision for him to leave the Warner Music so they don't end up having a horrible rep. And bro, the downfall of Hollywood is literally going to happen right in front of our eyes. We have this video right here by Stephen A. Smith, which he gives what he believes is going to happen also.
Look, it ain't just P. Diddy that's in trouble with all of this, because he's in a world of trouble. He's in a world of trouble, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Hollywood being in a world of trouble. And if you're being honest, I ain't the only one thinking like that. So are y'all. Stephen A. Smith Show in the house, coming right at you right now.
Bro, it's a fact though. Because if they have all these films, they have all these A-list celebrities and different politicians, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down 100%. So before we dive into everything else he has to say about the downfall is, I want to read what this article has to say, TMZ, about this man resigning right here. It says he was a hip-hop music industry vet. Kevin is resigning from the Warner Music Group executive VP gig. On Tuesday, Lyles sent a company memo announcing his resignation as chairman and CEO of Warner Music's 300 Electric Entertainment chairman, passing the torch to seasoned vets Ray Abbas, Salim, boom, 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 boom. Now, this was the day that, everything was publicized with Diddy going to jail. And he was actually denied his bond, so denied his bail. So now he has to stay in. Most people believe that he's just not gonna see the outside world again, and I believe that's what these people want, especially the jurisdiction over here in New York, because he made it very, very, very clear that they are not taking this lightly at all. It doesn't matter how much money he has, how much fame he has. This specific sector of the justice system in New York, they have taken down many other people that were well known and had very big cases. So they're taking it very seriously. It says right here, it says Lyles has been with Warner since 2004, which formerly housed Diddy's Bad Boy Records. And now Diddy's Bad Boy record is also under the fire because they're saying that he was doing all these criminal acts under this enterprise specifically, which makes it even worse because this means that there's a group of people under this enterprise that are working, doing criminal acts together. And it says he's been vocal defending the mounds of allegations against Puff. So this is exactly why he's resigning, because he has been vocal for defending Puff, and it's just not a good look for him at all whatsoever. It says, of course, the biggest music industry news of the day is the Diddy indictment. Prosecutors are investigating any felonious freak-offs, and everyone who knows something about them is understandably shook right about now. It's a fact. It's a fact, bro. These celebrities, they know all about it. 100%. Even if you're in Hollywood just for a little bit amount of time, you get to understand that a lot of the parties that happen and go down in the Hollywood Hills, LA, even in Miami, they get very crazy. And they just get weird. That's why people call it Holly Weird. It says, we spoke to Kevin back in April. He told us he never knew the Diddy who got plastered in the media. I believe if you knew Diddy in person, you knew Diddy. At the end of the day. Because he, you know what I'm saying? If he likes you, he's going to end up inviting you to one of the parties. He invites everyone to his parties. I feel like that's like one of his, that's what he's most known for in the industry, is throwing a party. The Diddy parties. Now we know, if Diddy invites you to a party, like Cat Williams said, you got to say no. You gotta say no. There's no other option. So let's get back to Stephen A. Williams and hear what he has to say.
in trouble. I'm not talking about actors and actresses. I'm talking about the music industry. Because anybody that was associated with him are going to be considered suspect. I'm not saying any names because I ain't trying to do that to anybody. I'm not wishing that on anybody. But what I'm saying to you is that when you are associated with a figure that is being accused of the multitude of egregious acts that he has been accused of, sex trafficking, racketeering, drug use, prostitution, flying folks across state lines and all of this other stuff. Yo, I'm glad P. Diddy's got money. They talking about $50 million bond. They talking about his house on Star Island that's worth about $48 million and, you know, putting that up as collateral.
Damn.
They rejected that, by the way. They rejected that.
I believe they're going to continue to reject it because there was just a lawsuit that he actually owes a man in prison right now that he had victimized. You know, just the same exact story over and over again, that this dude in prison was bent over by Diddy. He had to do all these crazy, heinous acts. He owes him $100 million now. So now they're not even allowing Diddy to sell any of his properties until he makes until he settles that in itself. Bro, he has so many things against him, but he's built it up over the past 2 decades for himself.
Calling for him to be in jail. They're saying he's a danger to society. You can't leave him out on the streets. So the question now is he going to get bail? At least at the time that we're recording this episode. We don't know the answer to that yet. But I'm telling you right now, anytime the feds are coming your way, they're not coming just for you. They're not coming. I can't wait till Kevin Frazier, my man for Entertainment Tonight, comes on the show in a few minutes. I can't wait because let me tell you something.
They coming for everyone.
There's lessons to be peeled from all of this. Be careful about the enemies that you crop up. Be careful about people that have a target on your back. The people you've alienated, you've infuriated. Think about the people he's done business with. Think about the money involved. Think about how it would have been in folks' best interest to shut the hell up and never say anything. Yet somehow, some way, this stuff evidently was going on for years, according to the feds.
Years.
And almost nobody said anything. That was before. And then suddenly, when things go bad, there's videotapes. There's recordings. There's surveillance cameras. There's electronic equipment. There's a multitude of statements. Clearly, he's in a world of trouble.
Heap of trouble.
This man is one of the richest.
At this point, it's like I said, everything from the past decade is falling on his shoulders right now. And he can't hold it up. There's no way he can hold it up. All the trauma that he's caused people, forcing people to do things they don't want to do, drugging people, having them forget what even happened. Like, to consistently do that, you're gonna have something coming for you at the end of the day. And that's exactly what's happening. Like I said, like, my main thing with this entire situation is waiting to see how this plays out. Most people would have never thought we'll see the day that Diddy goes to jail. But we now see it. Now it's gonna come to the point, who is going with him? We gotta wait and see for that one.
One of the richest people in the world. And he can't lead a country. At this moment, he can't lead a state. For all we know, by the end of the day, he won't be able to leave a jail cell.
He can't even go home. You better make that his home. What it's seeming like.
You're going after him like this, not just because he's some well-known figure, not just because he's P. Diddy, Not just because you want to get him off the streets in your eyes if you're the feds, because supposedly you want to stop him from committing these criminal acts. You're after an enterprise. You're after an abundance of people. And I got news for you. If it were just people employed under Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, or anything else, that would be one thing. I'm just telling you from my experience in media for all of these decades. You don't do all of this to go after somebody and their coworkers. You do this because there's a bigger fish to fry.
Sheesh.
And you suspect that he's the one that's gonna nail it for you. That's my take on it, for what it's worth. But coming up, somebody's got a better take than I do, in my opinion.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even thought about that either. I haven't even thought about the bigger fish to fry. The people that control these music moguls like Diddy and Jay-Z. Because there's people that have much more money. That's how they're able to get away with this type of stuff for so long. There's people that have much more money, many more connections. So now it's like they're already taking Diddy down. But the person that runs most of it, the owners of the record labels, like this dude resigning right here, seems like one of the bigger fish to fry also. So I'm gonna definitely keep you guys updated as we get more information on this entire Diddy situation and other people that are linked to it. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment any of your thoughts down below. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.